What the hell was that? Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a drill. This is not some scripted drama. This is Monday Night Raw from Cleveland, Ohio, turning into an absolute war zone. And the Elimination Chamber qualifiers just exploded in the most controversial, the most infuriating way possible. LA Knight, Rhea Ripley, they advanced. But not like this. Not with masked intruders, not with bodies laid out left and right, not with the entire WWE universe screaming, rigged from the rafters. If you're watching this right now and your blood isn't boiling, check your pulse because you're not a wrestling fan. Fans are flooding social media, comment sections are on fire, and the rage is real. Who the hell is that masked man? Rhea just stole the spotlight. This is the biggest screwjob since Montreal. You are not clicking away until we break this down piece by infuriating piece. Because what happened on Raw wasn't just qualifiers, it was a declaration of war. On fairness, on the superstars who busted their asses, and on you, the fans who pay to see justice. Hello viewers, if you're new here, please don't forget to like and hit the subscribe button for daily updates on WWE Raw. This is WrestleScope, and we're going full outrage mode. Buckle up, because by the end of this, you'll be smashing that like button, dropping your hottest takes in the comments, and sharing this video to every wrestling group you know. Why? Because LA Knight and Rhea Ripley are in, but the story, it's just getting started, and it's ugly. Let's start with the women's side, because Rhea Ripley didn't just qualify, she dominated in a way that has the entire division shaking. But was it clean? Hell no. The match. Rhea Ripley versus Lyra Valkyria versus Ivy Nile. Three women hungry for that chamber spot. Lyra, the aerial assassin, flipping and flopping like a woman possessed. Ivy Nile, the powerhouse, throwing German suplexes that made the ring shake. And Rhea, the nightmare herself, tag team champ, looking like she was born to destroy. Early on, it was pure fire. Lyra with a hurricanrana that sent Rhea crashing through the ropes. Ivy Nile locking in that reverse Boston Crab on Rhea, twisting her like a pretzel. The crowd in Cleveland was split. Half chanting mommy, mommy, the other half screaming for the underdogs. But then, the chaos hit. Valkyria hits the Nightwing on Nile. Beautiful, picture perfect. She's going for the cover. 1, 2, and bam! Rhea Ripley with a knee strike right to the face of Lyra that looked like it came from hell itself. Lyra's out cold on the outside. Rhea scoops up Ivy Nile, riptide. That thunderous powerbomb spiking her into the mat. 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley advances to the women's elimination chamber. Now, hold on. Before you cheer, let's talk about the outrage. Lyra Valkyria had that match won. She earned it. She was the one putting in the work, the flips, the heart. And Rhea? She waited, she capitalized on the broken bodies. Is that how we qualify for the biggest match of the year? Fans are livid. Rhea's a bully. Lyra got robbed. This division needs fresh blood, not the same old nightmare. But here's the twist that's got everyone talking. Rhea Ripley isn't just advancing. She's hungry. She's the one who can walk into that chamber in Chicago and walk out with a title shot at WrestleMania. The mommy era? It's not over. It's evolving. And if you're mad about it, good, because that's what makes this sport electric. Rhea, if you're watching, respect. But the rest of the women's roster, they're coming for you. Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, whoever else qualifies, they're not forgetting this night. Now the men's side. Oh boy, this is where the real rage begins. LA Knight versus Austin Theory versus Penta, the megastar, the Vision's golden boy, and the luchador legend. This was billed as the main event for a reason. High stakes, higher drama. Penta, zero miedo, flipping over the top rope, hitting those arm drags that make your jaw drop. Austin Theory, cocky as ever, with his Vision cronies at ringside. Bronson Reed lurking like a damn enforcer. And LA Knight, the yeah man himself, trash-talking BFT ready to knock heads off. The action was non-stop. Penta with a Canadian destroyer on Theory that had the arena exploding. Knight reversing into a super kick party. Theory with that A-town down that nearly ended it early. But then, the interference that broke the internet. The Vision strikes. Bronson Reed with a tsunami that flattens LA Knight like a pancake. Knight's down. Theory celebrating too soon. Penta's pulling Theory out of the ring to brawl. A hooded, masked intruder. Black attire moving like a ghost. He slides in, grabs Austin Theory, curb stomp, right into the mat. Theory's vision goes black, literally. The masked man vanishes into the crowd as fast as he came. LA Knight, groggy but opportunistic, crawls over, BFT, blunt force trauma on a helpless Austin Theory. 1, 2, 3. LA Knight advances to the men's elimination chamber. Who is this masked man? That's the question echoing across the WWE universe right now. Is it a disgruntled superstar, a new faction, corporate sabotage to push LA Knight because he's the it guy? Or is this the latest chapter in the never-ending saga of WWE protecting their favorites? Fans are outraged. This is BS. Penta got screwed. Theory was robbed by a ghost. If this masked dude is John Cena in disguise, I'm done. The comments are a battlefield. One side yelling, Knight earned it, deal with it. The other screaming, fixed match, rigged like the 2020 election. And let's be real,
This wasn't the first masked man on Raw. Remember the last one? The one who attacked Penta weeks and no? This is a pattern. This is a conspiracy, and it's making the road to Elimination Chamber the most unpredictable, the most anger-inducing ride in years. LA Knight, you lucky son of a gun. You got the win. But the wrestling world wants answers. Who helped you? Why? And what happens when the mask comes off in Chicago? Because if this is how we qualify, with shadows and screw jobs, then the chamber itself is going to be a bloodbath. Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, whoever else qualifies their ticket, they're not forgetting this. But wait, Raw wasn't just these two matches. This night was wild from bell to bell. We had the Usos defending the tag titles against Alpha Academy, classic brawl but overshadowed by the qualifiers. We had Natty and Maxine in a match that ended in double countout, because why not add more chaos? Finn Balor talking his way into a world heavyweight title shot against CM Punk, because apparently the champ is feeling generous, or scared. And the cherry on top? AJ Lee returns. If we had an image, but imagine the pop. AJ Lee, the former Divas champ, the crazy one, back on Raw confronting Becky Lynch, the pop was nuclear. But in the midst of all this qualifier madness, it almost felt like a distraction. Was it time to take eyes off the controversies? The WWE universe is split. Some say it's genius booking. Others, they're burying the qualifiers with nostalgia. Let's talk fan reactions, because the internet is melting. From X to Reddit to every wrestling forum, the outrage is at a fever pitch. One fan posted, LA Knight advancing things to a masked man is the most WWE thing ever. Protect their top guys at all costs. Another, Rhea Ripley is unstoppable, but Lyra deserved that spot more. When did the young stars get their flowers? And the big one, who is the masked man? My money is on blank, returning at the chamber. Drop your theories below. The comments under this video, I want to see them. I want the debates, I want the arguments, because that's what makes WrestleScope the place to be. Is LA Knight a legit threat in the chamber now? Can Rhea Ripley finally dethrone the women's champ? Or are these qualifiers just the beginning of a much bigger story? Here's my hot take as we wrap this up, and trust me, it's going to sting. This was Raw's wildest night because it exposed the machine. The qualifiers weren't about the best wrestlers winning fair and square. They were about shock value, about keeping the big names in the spotlight, about giving us drama that keeps us hooked for months. LA Knight advancing, he's the megastar WWE once headlining. Rhea Ripley, she's the face of the women's evolution. But the masked man? That's the wild card that could tear it all down. Chicago for Elimination Chamber is going to be insane. 6 men, 6 women, steel, chains, pods, and grudges that started right here on this Raw. Will the masked man reveal himself? Will Rhea run through the chamber like she did the qualifier? Will LA Knight prove he's more than the beneficiary of interference? I don't know, but I know one thing, you're watching till the end because you can't look away. The rage, the excitement, the what-ifs, it's all here. This is Salvador from WrestleScope signing off on the most controversial Raw of 2026 so far. But before I go, you have a job to do. If this video made your blood boil, if it got you hyped for the chamber, if you're dying to know who that masked man is, smash that like button right now. We need 10,000 likes to expose more of these scandals. Comment below, who do you think the masked man is? Was LA Knight's win fair? Should Rhea have won that way? Drop your hottest take. The wildest one gets pinned in the next video. Share this to your wrestling crew, your group chats, your grandma who's secretly watching.